Imagine trading your morning traffic jam for a sunrise beach walk and your $2,500 studio apartment for a home with an ocean breeze. Sounds like a dream? Not in these hidden gem communities in Florida. We all know the story: skyrocketing rents, endless commutes, and that feeling that you're working harder but getting nowhere. What if there was a better way? I'm Nick with Zackos Realty and Design Group, your Gulf Coast relocation experts, and today I'm showing you 5 affordable Florida coastal towns where your dream lifestyle is within reach. These aren't tourist traps, they're real communities where you can actually afford to live. Having moved from a larger city up north down here to Florida, I can personally say it is one of the best decisions my wife and I have made. Just the year-round warm weather and sunshine alone is worth it. But you also have great outdoor activities that you really can't get in the larger cities. The fact that there's no state income tax is awesome, and you have a lot of unique and fun communities all within a close distance to the beach. Like I said, we're going to be looking at 5 different cities on the Gulf Coast of Florida. We will be highlighting the locations, the real estate, and the lifestyles each of these provide. So let's get started. We'll start with Crystal River, which is a true hidden gem on Florida's nature coast that's about an hour and a half north of Tampa, right on the Gulf. Named for its crystal clear springs that stay a perfect 72 degrees year-round, Crystal River is definitely not your typical tourist destination. In fact, this is the only place in the country where you can legally swim with manatees. It's actually known as the home of the manatee because in the winter months there are hundreds of manatees here. Crystal River also has about 30 natural springs, including the famous Three Sisters Spring, which is all part of a 600-acre wildlife refuge. So, if you love the outdoors, wildlife, and specifically manatees, Crystal River is perfect for you. As far as the real estate market in Crystal River goes, this is easily one of the more affordable coastal cities in Florida. Median home sales are right around $300,000, which again is much lower than most cities right on the water. There are waterfront homes with Gulf access available for less than $400,000. You really can't find that anywhere else. You can find everything here from waterfront homes to charming, ranch-style houses on larger lots, and there are some new construction communities popping up here as well. So whether you're looking to be on the water or maybe closer to downtown with shops and restaurants, or something newer with modern amenities, Crystal River has it. Okay, looking at the lifestyle Crystal River provides the residents here, you obviously have all of the activities on the water you could ask for, whether it's swimming with the manatees, scalloping, fishing, kayaking, snorkeling, or boating. You have access to all of that here. I mentioned this earlier, but there are several wildlife refuges in Crystal River where you have miles of hiking and biking trails, and it's just a great place to enjoy the natural Florida environment. The downtown area is also great. You have some waterfront restaurants, fresh seafood, some awesome bars and shops, and they have festivals and events throughout the year. And what I love is that in Crystal River, you really get that small town charm with a great community atmosphere. Crystal River is one of a kind. If you're looking for one of the best hidden gems in Florida, this is it. And while the city and area is getting more popular, there are still plenty of real estate opportunities available. All right, next up, let's look at Anna Maria Island. This is a 7-mile barrier island where every day feels like paradise. Picture this: no high-rise condos blocking your sunset, just old Florida charm with modern amenities. That's what Anna Maria Island can offer you. Located just west of Bradenton and northwest of Sarasota, the island is actually broken up into 3 distinct cities. There's Anna Maria on the north end, which is more quiet, residential, and pristine. There's Holmes Beach in the middle, which is more family-friendly with great amenities. And there's Bradenton Beach to the south, which is vibrant with a fun, more beachy vibe. Let's talk numbers. While beachfront luxury homes can reach into the millions, you can still find some great condos starting in the 400,000s. There's island cottages in the 600,000s and canal front properties ideal for boaters. And Anna Maria Island is a popular vacation spot, so there are great opportunities for investors looking to generate rental income. As far as property types go, you'll find beach bungalows with that coastal classic style. There's updated condos with a ton of amenities. You have multifamily properties for investors, and the larger waterfront estates as well. If you're looking for that ultimate beach lifestyle, Anna Maria Island is perfect for you. There's 7 miles of white sand beaches here that are some of the best in Florida, and there are multiple beach access spots, each with its own unique characteristics. What's great about the island is that all of the neighborhoods are walkable and there's beach access every few blocks, so you can walk or ride your bike to the beach from essentially everywhere. There's also a free trolley service that runs the length of the island, which is super convenient. And for local attractions and things to do, you have the historic Pine Avenue with some boutique shops. There's the Coquina Beach Market, which just opened again in January. You have Bridge Street, and there are a ton of great local restaurants scattered throughout the island. And yes, there was a good amount of damage following the hurricanes last year, but the area is rebuilding and many of the shops and restaurants are already back open. What I love about Anna Maria Island is the affordability of the properties here while being in a prime spot with some of the best beaches in the state. Okay, next up is one of my personal favorite cities that my wife and I have lived in, and that is Dunedin. Located just north of Clearwater and maybe 15 miles west of Tampa, Dunedin is a small coastal town that has all of the Midwest charm you're looking for. I really love the location of Dunedin, as you're only 30 minutes to the Tampa airport, a quick drive over to Clearwater Beach, and only 30 minutes to downtown St. Pete. It's just a super convenient location, and they have their own beach in Dunedin on Honeymoon Island. Looking at the real estate market, the price points in Dunedin work for any budget. You can find condos downtown starting in the 300,000s. There are ranch or bungalow type homes in the 400,000s and waterfront properties up closer to $1 million. Another cool aspect of Dunedin is that there are less of the individual gated communities. The city is really like all one big neighborhood, similar to Midwestern cities, which really appealed to us. There are some different areas that make up Dunedin. You have the downtown area with condos. There's the historic area just south of Main Street with the more historic homes. You have the more residential area to the north, and all of the waterfront properties to the west right on the Gulf. The lifestyle and culture in Dunedin are really what set it apart. There are a ton of locally owned restaurants and businesses here. There are like 10 different craft breweries, and there is a farmer's market downtown every week. This might be one of the most festive cities in the state as well. They have parades, parties, and festivals for I think every single holiday. Especially during the holiday season, there are events happening every single weekend. There's the golf cart parade, the old time Christmas, and the boat parade as well. It's just so much fun for everyone. For people who love the outdoors, Dunedin has a ton of options for you. There's the Pinellas Trail, which stretches like 75 miles from Tarpon through Dunedin, down through St. Pete and back around. You have a handful of great golf courses nearby, including the Dunedin Golf and Country Club, and you have Honeymoon Island here as well, which has some great walking trails and 4 miles of white sand beaches. Dunedin is also home to the spring training home of the Toronto Blue Jays with the newly renovated TD Ballpark, which is always a good time. There's just always something going on here. Really, Dunedin is great for everyone. Young families, retirees, snowbirds. Given the location, the lifestyle, and the price points, it's one of the best cities on the Gulf Coast of Florida. All right, the next city we are going to highlight is Tarpon Springs. America's Greek island in Florida, Tarpon Springs is located north of the St. Pete Clearwater area, about 30 or 45 minutes from the Tampa airport. The city is home to the historic Sponge Docks, which is the largest sponge port in the U.S. Tarpon is also the oldest city in Pinellas County with the highest percentage of Greek Americans in the country. And for boaters, the docks allow for natural deep water access to the Gulf. As far as price points in real estate is concerned, Tarpon Springs has some amazing opportunities for people looking to move here. There are some of the historic downtown homes that start in the 300,000s. You have new construction starting in the 400,000s and even some waterfront properties in the 600,000s. There are a few distinct neighborhoods in Tarpon. You have the historic area where you'll find those older Victorian-style homes. You have the Sponge Docks area with some smaller cottages, and you have a handful of great waterfront neighborhoods as well. Really, anywhere you are in Tarpon is great. The city is super walkable, and the location on the water is amazing. Life in Tarpon Springs is really a cultural experience with all of the Greek heritage here. You have authentic Greek restaurants and bakeries and celebrations throughout the year. There's also a great arts and entertainment scene here in Tarpon with the Heritage Museum, the Performing Arts Center, and you have monthly festivals and art galleries as well. But the crown jewel of Tarpon Springs really is the sponge docks and the waterfront lifestyle the city provides. For boaters or people who enjoy fishing, this is the perfect place for you. There are multiple marinas and boat launches. There's charter fishing and sunset cruises and some amazing parks right on the water also. And the food here is amazing. Obviously, all of the authentic Greek food is great, but you have some awesome seafood places as well. Just a really unique coastal city here in Florida and one of the best hidden gems on the Gulf. All right, last up on our list is Safety Harbor, which is known as the Jewel of Tampa Bay. Located just west of Tampa, right on the bay, Safety Harbor is in a really convenient location, being close to everything and just 20 minutes away from the airport, right across from the Courtney Campbell Bridge. Here you have the perfect blend of small town charm and modern convenience, and is home to the historic Safety Harbor Resort and Spa, which was actually built on natural springs and once used by Native Americans. For the real estate in Safety Harbor, there are a handful of different neighborhoods here. There's the historic downtown district with those charming 20s and 40s homes. There's the Harbor Woods area, which is more family friendly and established, and the Bayshore area, which is a little more of a prestigious waterfront neighborhood. For price points, you're looking at some bungalows and villas starting in the 300,000s. You have some larger mid-century moderns in the 400,000s, and then some new construction waterfront properties up closer to $1 million. Really, there isn't a bad place to live in Safety Harbor, whether you're on the water, downtown, or a little more inland. The areas are all great, and the prices are very reasonable. One of the best aspects of Safety Harbor is the walkability of the city, and specifically the downtown area. Here you have some great locally owned shops and restaurants. There are regular food truck rallies and concerts and farmers markets throughout the year. You have breweries, wine bars, boutique shops, all downtown on Main Street. I already mentioned the spa where you can take advantage of the natural springs, but there are a bunch of great parks along the water as well to either, relax, bike, or walk through. There are annual festivals as well, like the Wine Festival, Seafood Festival, Singer-Songwriter Festival, and a number of holiday parades. As far as things to do in Safety Harbor, there's really endless options. What I love about Safety Harbor is the strong sense of community here. You have, regular neighborhood events, an active social scene, and there's just a great family-friendly atmosphere. It really is a special place and definitely a hidden gem on the Gulf Coast. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. I really appreciate it. We just looked at 5 of the hidden gem cities on the Gulf Coast of Florida and really just a broad overview of them. So if you'd like more info on any of these areas, you can reach out to me anytime. If you like this video, feel free to subscribe to our page for more great content on the Gulf Coast of Florida. Again, this is Nick with Zackos Realty and Design Group. Thank you for watching.
Hey everyone, this is Nick with Zackos Realty. I really appreciate you taking the time to check out our videos and content. I just wanted to take a quick second to introduce myself. Both my wife and I are originally from Ohio. Both of us went to Ohio State and moved down here to Florida in 2016. We originally started off in St. Petersburg before moving to Dunedin and then down to Venice before finally settling here in Sarasota with our 2 daughters. I'm really grateful that we had the opportunity to live, in both in Pinellas County and down here in Sarasota, because it gave us some really good insight into, the area as a whole and helped us realize, what we're looking for in a community. So anyone looking for pointers on either, relocation from up north or maybe comparing the Tampa, St. Pete area compared to Sarasota and Venice, feel free to reach out anytime. I've been with Zackos Realty for a few years now and absolutely love it. Working with Ryan and David and our close team is really what I was looking for in a brokerage. The fact that we are a smaller, family-owned company has been really great, and we help each other out all the time. So when you work with one of us, it's like working with all of us. Like I said, I just wanted to take a quick moment to introduce myself. So if you have any questions about the area or our brokerage, feel free to reach out anytime. Thank you.